Welcome back. This is part 3 of the tier maker series that I'm making. I'm sorry this is taking so long. There's a lot of guns to cover, just because of the update. Once again, just as a disclaimer, this is my opinion based off of my playstyle. You're going to have a totally different experience. You're going to have a totally different playstyle. Depending on if you're mobile, these values are going to be very, very different for you. For instance, the SKS on mobile is OP. Should be up here, or S tier at least. On PC, that's just not the case. But it is better than the VSS right now. Since it's better than the VSS, I'm going to go ahead and elevate that to S tier. On mobile, it's OP. But on PC, it's S tier. VSS is going to go in A. I'm going to go ahead and, spoiler alert, VSS is going in A. It used to go in OP, and it just isn't anymore. Due to nerfs and buffs, gun values are going to change. This is how it is right now for me. M240. M240 is slightly worse than the PKM, in my opinion. It does have higher damage. It has 26 damage, whereas the PKM has 22 damage. But the M240 has an insane amount of recoil. Also, its fire rate is slightly better, but that leads to more inaccuracies. The higher the fire rate, the more inaccurate you're going to be, because enemies are going to be moving around, you're going to miss shots. So, in my opinion, the M240 has the potential. It does 26 damage. That means if you only hit headshots, A, you're a hacker, but B, if you only hit headshots, you're going to get 50 kills per mag. That's pretty OP. You can spam fire it. The run speed is also slower than the PKM. You can, sorry, I'm starting to lose my voice. You can run with the PKM. You cannot run with the M240. Your run speed is a walk speed. You don't have a walk speed, you have a walk slow. For that reason, the M240 is going to go in the S tier for me. No, it's going to go in the A tier. It's slightly better than middle of the road, which is B. It's slightly better than the Scar, in my opinion. It's not as good as the SKS. It's not a really, really good gun. It's a pretty average gun. It's not as good as the PKM. End of story. If you don't like the PKM, you're wrong. MP7. MP7 is OP. MP7 is OP. You can run really fast with the MP7 because it's really lightweight. It does only do 18 damage, but it has a 950 fire rate. It's super accurate, no recoil. Usually, if I think someone is hacking, they're using MP7, and then I go to spectate them, see that they're using MP7, and I'm like, oh, they're using MP7, I'm not going to be able to get any evidence on this guy. So if you're hacking, just use MP7, because I'm not going to be able to tell the difference between a hacker and an MP7 user. It is so OP. And the playstyle, you have to have aimbot like aim in order to use the MP7 effectively. It is such a good gun. I'm putting it as OP. I don't know how they would nerf it. I really don't know how they would nerf it. It's a meta gun and it's always been OP. It's used by hackers worldwide. It's a really good gun. 950 fire rate, 30 mag. It does only do 18 damage, but if you hit a headshot, which you can probably do because it's really accurate, 36, 36, 36, that's 3 headshots, and that you're gonna hit those pretty quickly. You can wallbang really well with that, and I want to say it penetrates, but I might be wrong. But you could just spam fire it and take people out. It's really easy. MP7 is OP. Spaz. Spaz is OP on mobile. On PC, not so much. On mobile, you can swivel stick and kill 5 people without even trying. On PC, you actually have to have aim. It's not an automatic shotgun. It is slightly better than the sawed-off, but it's not great. It's loud and obnoxious. For that reason, I'll put it as a D tier. It's not bad. It is one of the better shotguns. I might even say that it's better than Benelli in some respect. But I don't know. There's something about it, and it's got better stats than the Benelli has. But it might be the spread. Benelli, I think, has a tighter spread than the Spaz. It's not that great for me. And it's loud and obnoxious, and when I have a headache and I just want to play games, at the same time, it's like, oh, there's a Spaz user, and it's even worse for their mobile. It's like, I say the GD, but goddamn mobile auto shoot Spaz users suck. Colt SMG. Colt SMG is really good. MG3 came out, and then the Colt SMG came out. Colt SMG is basically a baby MG3 that allows you to run fast. It does slightly less damage. It has the same fire rate, and it has a 30, what is that, a 32 mag? Yeah. Slightly less damage, like a few points less damage. It's got really good accuracy, in my opinion. Colt is either S tier or OP. I'm really hesitant to judge it. I haven't used it that much. Keep this in mind. I haven't used Colt SMG that much. I really want to use it more. And I know some people that already have the Colt SMG Diamond, and it just came out like a couple weeks ago. Just because it's so good. MG3 is also really good. Probably one of the best LMGs. It's not as good as the PKM, obviously, but Colt SMG is really, really good. Where to put you? OP or S tier? I'm going to go ahead and stick it in S tier for now. That might change based off the comparisons between the other things. AWP. AWP is slightly better than the Intervention, in my opinion, just because it's more accurate and the muzzle velocity is better. They have buffed the muzzle velocity of the Intervention, meaning the bullet, the speed that the bullet travels, but it's still not good enough for me. AWP is still pretty good. It does fire extremely slow, and walk speed is extremely slow. For that reason, it's going to go in F, because it's slightly better than the Intervention. KRISS. I recently got this gun Diamond. These are pictures from a while ago. These are pictures from the poll that's also going to be in the description of each of these videos. KRISS is KRISS is really, really fast. KRISS has a fire rate of 1,200. I'm sorry. It was recently buffed from 15 damage down to 12 damage and then back up to 14 damage, which is tolerable. It's usually, for me, I can usually only take out one person per mag with it. I can't take out more than one without reloading. The accuracy is okay, and it has very little recoil. It's pretty good gun. I was gonna put it as C because I can take out one person per mag just like I can with the Asvel, but it's slightly better, in my opinion. I'm gonna put it as B, and a lot of people worship the Vector. The KRISS Vector. In EA, it's not as good, I guess. It's still pretty good. It's not as good as the G36C. Yeah, so B tier is a good tier for KRISS. Or KRISS or KRI55 as some noobs call it. L85. L85 is extremely underrated. Not many people use the L85. I would consider it really good. I wouldn't consider it great. Again, there's something about it. 24 damage, 700 fire rate, 30. That's pretty middle of the road. But it doesn't have a lot of recoil, and it's really accurate. So I'm gonna put it as A tier. Alright, and that's gonna be part something. I don't know. Part 3, part 4. The link to the next part is going to be in the description. The link to the last part is going to be in the description. And I will see you guys there.